Hi, I'm Marie. Uh, for the past, like, 4 years, I've dealt with maladaptive daydreaming. I'm 17, so I've been doing this since I was about 13, 14. Um, Primarily, I've been constantly walking back and forth in my room listening to music. Um, and today was the first day that I didn't daydream. I I didn't do my usual walking routine. I didn't do anything like that. It was just very I attempted to clean my room and stuff, which it's still a mess. Um I cleaned some of the house. I've noticed that I've kind of reverted back to a very nitpicky. I'm being very nitpicky, and um I'm very hyperactive as well. Um, I watched a couple of videos on like bettering myself, and I think it's kind of helping. Um, it it's hard because I've dealt with maladaptive daydreaming for so long now, and especially I dealt with it during COVID. The height of it was during COVID, so is that my yeah, sorry. I was seeing a weird thing. It's just my water. But with with maladaptive daydreaming, I haven't been diagnosed, but you can't really get diagnosed with it. It's not seen as something by the DMS-5. Is that what they call it? The pretty much basically just what psychology just psychology stuff. So it's not been certified by the DMS-5 as an actual mental issue, even though so many other people have it. And um my maladaptive daydreaming has given me so many ups and so many downs, and it's kind of destroyed me but created me. um but now it's like this, like, not daydreaming for a day. It's like it's getting to me and it's affecting me, and I don't know how to feel about it, and I can't really talk to anyone about it because none of my friends have what I have. I do have a couple of them, but our differences vary. um and I'm a person who not only overworks myself, but this piece of hair is sorry. I'm a person who overworks myself, and but it's a weird thing of I like overworking myself because then in the end I feel proud even though I'm pretty much on the floor panting, dying. um and that's what my daydreams feel like too. It's just I'm repeating it. It feels like Groundhog's Day to me. I'm repeating with the same group of people over and over and over and over again, and it's like a hamster in a wheel. You just keep going round and round and round and round. And even too, I had a lot of hyperfixations. I'm going through one right now. um a lot of them, like the one I'm going through right now, is Attack on Titan, and especially if something ends like Attack on Titan. I was on and off with the show for a very long time, and now that it's ended, it's like consumed me again. So now I have overconsumption of this media, and it's everywhere I look. And it even too gets into like my finances, where it's like, oh my gosh, wow, I love it, I'm gonna spend all of my money on this item. That's what I did with Marvel when I was obsessed with Marvel. When I like anything, like any single topic I was obsessed with, or had a hyperfixation on. It consumed me. And I don't know if other people with maladaptive daydreaming feel like that, but it's consumption, and it's just the constant consumption, and it's the berittlement by your own mind. It's the berittlement by your own mind, and it's awful, and it's something I don't want to keep experiencing, but my brain, like, it's this is me, and this is where I want to be, but this creative thing in my head just keeps it's hitting my head against the wall constantly. And I'm graduating soon. I'm a senior in high school. I'm going out into the real world. What am I gonna do in the real world? I spent 6 days away from home. I didn't daydream. I felt fine. But then as soon as I got home, it's like, I gotta daydream again. I survived 6 days without daydreaming, and I was fine. And so why is it now that I'm pushing myself to daydream, that I am now feeling like a person who has been on substances, who is withdrawing from these substances, who is pretty much like so aware, so hyper awareness, that's the word. I'm feeling very hyper aware, and I'm feeling very just, my brain is like combobbled, and even it's like my brain is just now, it's just a fried mess. And it's like, I depict it as the left brain, right brain song. And it's like the right brain has shit itself out. There is nothing left of this right brain, but the left brain is the one still holding on and still pushing forward. And I don't want to experience what I experienced last year. Last year I was grieving over my dad, and it was a constant. I was banging my head against the wall, and I don't want to keep banging my head against the wall, because I know I'm better than that. And I've been better. These past few months I've been better, but it's just that nagging of, come on, daydream, come on, daydream. Oh, someone said this about you? Daydream. Daydream that you're better than this person. My daydreams stem from anger, from jealousy, from anything really, any hatred emotion. And that's why when people say that I'm so nice and so kind, I don't believe it. I don't believe what people are saying, even though it's true. To me, when I look at myself in the mirror, I feel like I am this monster that just fucking rooted from this earth and just lives here, and it's just a hellspawn. That's how I see myself. But when people compliment me, and people are like, you're the one of my sweetest friends, whatever, I'm like, that's when my brain, like, I accept it, but my brain rejects it. And I get baffled, because people think of me as a nice person, even though I perceive myself like a piece of fucking shit. And that's one of the things about daydreaming too. Daydreaming creates a false ego. Especially when you daydream about yourself, it creates a false ego and a false security. I've been living in a false security for years. And now that it's crumbled, I am left bare, butt-ass naked. Just standing there in front of everyone, trying to explain myself when nobody will understand what goes on in my head. The only person who can understand is me. And even too, like, when I close my eyes and I picture that voice of myself, it's my voice, but then it just gets deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. And it sucks. And now it's like I have a, like, my life pretty much is based on social media, because that is what my generation is on primarily. And yeah, haha, Maria, close friends list, if you know me like that. Like, haha, close friends list. I, like, out of the blue, earlier, I just wiped my close friends list so I can't post on it anymore. And that also took away security. When I was conflicting with myself, oh, who should I remove? Who do I not really trust? I need to trust myself. To trust others. And I have my group of friends that I trust, but then it's me. When it's myself and all alone, I just feel like I'm looking at myself in the mirror and just it's just a lot of hateful words I say to myself. And this piece of hair is annoying me, but I don't want to restart this because then it's going to go off the trails. But that's day 1 of not maladaptive daydreaming.
I love you so much.
I love you too. And another thing about daydreaming is that it takes away from people you love. And especially but daydreaming takes away from the people you love. And especially when my dad passed away, and now kind of realizing that, you know, you can't get time back. And I was that kid who I was like, oh, I don't want to go shopping, you know, because my parents, every time they went shopping, they would always get into a little bicker thing. But I just didn't want to be there and be the, you know, the messenger of the bicker. So I was like, I stayed home. And now it's kind of that realization that I won't get that time back, but, you know, I won't get to have a graduation with my dad. I won't get to have a wedding with my dad. My dad won't get to see me have children. You know, it's a lot. And I feel guilty about times I pushed my mom away. And just because I was so caught up in this daydreaming shit. And it sucks. It truly sucks. And it's now to the point where it's like that I couldn't daydream today, that I just talked out loud to myself, which I do that a lot. But now it's like every time I feel like I'm in an interview. So I think maybe hopefully these video recordings and rambles will work to kind of progress that. Stop thinking I'm in an interview and just let people on the internet hear a teenager out on an actual health crisis. And I wouldn't say crisis, but I would say a topic. And a topic that not only affects me, but affects so many other people, so many different ages too. Thank you for those who stayed. Thank you. And I will eventually make another ramble soon, maybe not, maybe in a week from now. So yeah.